Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris. Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris. All right. So that's what we're going to be discussing today. Now, recently heard of someone who was sharing about the kicking knowledge. Now we know that Bruce Lee was a dancer. He was a very great. Okay. He also studied the Wing Chun style, and we know the majority of those kicks are low. But he showed some clips. Shout out to the brother who showed the clips for some early tournaments way before Bruce Lee was with Chuck Norris. He was kicking high. And he showed the particular videos where he was on some other platforms and he was demonstrating his high kicks. So when I think about this, I'm thinking about all the other systems and styles of martial arts in China that kick above the waist, that just don't kick to the knees. So maybe Chuck Norris did give him some more knowledge on that. However, Bruce Lee was kicking high before Chuck Norris. So it's interesting because even when you hear or you look at the videos with Chuck Norris talking about their experience with each other, it's quite interesting what you hear him say. And they both were actors, they both were fighters. Yeah. I'm thinking about, as we talk about this, I'm thinking about one particular person in general, Jim Kelly. R.I.P. to Jim Kelly. If you know who Jim Kelly was, comment below and let's let it flow. Okay, Jim Kelly said he wouldn't say so much, but he really didn't want to say too much. But he said that he know a lot of people. Peace and love, peace and love. Jim Kelly said he knew a lot of people who he knew. Listen, he knew a lot of people who was there, who seen Bruce Lee go to work on a lot of martial artists. And he can hold it down in the fight game. All right, so most people know Chuck Norris was in the military. He also was doing, I believe, judo and jiu-jitsu. And most people just think because of that knowledge, that's why he could take down Bruce Lee. So, question is, was it a fact or was it just talk? We've seen some movies where we've seen Bruce Lee and they tell us the story in a movie fashion, showing how he was in the street fighting and all that, and then he was learning martial arts, and then he went over here, and we've seen the movies. But once again, all the different movies that we saw, and all the demos at tournaments, and then we also see him at a tournament where they said he was going against Vic Moore, and Vic Moore was saying there was a little politics or what have you, but he was, because of that politics, and I think it was on at that time, and that could be questioned as well. But for the most part, I want to hear what y'all have to say about Bruce Lee being able to beat Chuck Norris. Who would you put your money on? Okay? Because there's been all these videos circulating, and we just need to get to the bottom of it. Very similar to the way Bruce Lee passed. Most people think it was just all about a drink, and they just go with the normal stuff. But we've been finding out there's some stuff also that people haven't been talking about when it comes to Bruce Lee's passing as well. So we can talk about it. We can talk about it. All right, I'm just want to check some of these comments before I go do my class. Oh, I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. We just finished doing a tournament in March 28th. We got another one coming up September, another one coming up in June. So I'm doing amazing. Thanks for asking. Getting over these allergies and what have you. Allergies in the hood. So I appreciate you so much for asking. So me personally, I know that most people just seen Bruce Lee as an actor. They never really seen him in a lot of competitions. So this is why they go for Chuck Norris, because we got a lot more, just like Van Damme versus Steven Seagal. We got a lot more footage on, what's his name? Van Damme, just a few, with him doing tournaments and being active versus seeing Steven Seagal do it, even though Steven Seagal was good at what he did in Aikido. So this just reminds me of this whole situation. Doesn't mean that Bruce Lee couldn't do it, just like Chuck Norris when he got into acting. Then those who were born after that thought that maybe he couldn't fight because he was just acting with it, and they didn't know his prior experience and martial arts, self-defense, being in the military. So once again, it's interesting that if we don't have the whole files and the whole information about their stories, of course we could choose, and it might not be a fact. So we got to go back to the files. Got to go back to the files. We're about to get ready to do this class. But yo, let me know what you think. Who would win in a fight? Bruce Lee or Chuck Norris? I want to know. And what's his name again? Something Norris? I gotta get back. Another name. You ready for me? Yeah. You're gonna be Bruce Lee. I'm gonna be Chuck Norris. Wow. Hey, I just finished the ones you gave me yesterday.
I'm selling again.
Okay. All right, let me know. I'll buy some again. Okay. Okay. When you ready? Today's the 14th, right? Today's the 14th, right? All right, y'all. We in here getting some of this good chocolate, and she's gonna have some. I think she's gonna have some pies today. But anyway, Bruce Lee. How you doing, mommy? Good to see you today. All right, y'all. Y'all let me know in the comments. My signing sheet. Hola. How you doing?
Okay.
Very good. Good to see you today. I need a pen. So let me know in the comments below. I'll bring it right back. Bruce Lee or Chuck Norris? Who you got money on?
You need a tennis sheet?
No, I got one.
Oh.
I'm just gonna sign the this one for the 14th. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, baby.
14.
All right.
26.
Mama, I'm going to step over.
How you doing? Ready? All right, y'all. So once again, Chuck Norris is a very excellent actor, martial artist. Bruce Lee, same thing, very great martial artist and actor. And I want to know, what do you think from your knowledge and experience in this whole situation? Do you go for Bruce Lee or do you go for Chuck Norris? I want to know in the comments below. And thank you so much for those who've been commenting already. I appreciate you actually I'm gonna how
Hello, how are you?
hey baby, good to see you again. Um yes, you already know health is wealth and movement at my class that you said that because it's so important. Yeah, I agree with you. See if they allow me to pin this. All right, it's doing what it want to do right now. But I got to get in here and train the people. You know how we do. What's up, Papito? Good to see you again. Hey, ladies, y'all working out today? What's up, mommy? What? You not working out today? All right, they don't want to work out, people. Hey, mommy. What's today? Yes, yes. Gotta keep our people healthy. Good dog, sir. How you doing today? Is it today? Trying to get it forward. Ba-da-ba-ba. Trying to get it flowing. Time to get it going. Behind the scenes, behind the scenes. If y'all need to sign in, y'all can sign in over here when y'all ready, okay? When y'all ready, y'all can sign in over here, okay? Okay, no problem more.
Con el permiso de los presentes,
Ready?
hoy quiero olvidar de un solo trago esta nostalgia que domina como un niño mis sentidos.
Okay. Showtime to exercise. Showtime to exercise. Ooh, maybe we should look at a clip of Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee. Oh yeah, Jay. That's a great idea. Hallelujah. Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris. Oh yeah, let's do it for y'all. Yeah, let's go. All right, you see you much later. Love y'all.